Okay, this is the last part of the chapter 3. It's about the metamorphic rock, the last type of rock. Yeah? And at the end of this video, or at the end of this slide, you should able to understand the formations of metamorphic rock and also the types of metamorphisms. Okay. So what is metamorphic rock? Okay, if you refer to the rock cycle, so we already discussed about the igneous rock, and also we already discussed about the sedimentary rock. So for the metamorphic rock, so this is the metamorphic rock. What is the process for the rocks to be known as the metamorphic rock? Okay, so the metamorphic rock can be formed from the igneous rock, okay, and also from the sedimentary rock. Okay, and all this of igneous rock and sedimentary rock, and sometimes there is older metamorphic rock that also can metamorph again to become another metamorphic rock. Okay, so we call it the process as a metamorphism. So what is the metamorphism? Kita akan go through later what is the metamorphisms. So rock that form through metamorphism rock is known as a metamorphic rock. So what is the metamorphic rock? Rock that form through metamorphism process. But then what is the metamorphism process? Okay, so this is the diagram. So the metamorphism is actually the alterations or the transformations of rock, whether it's sedimentary, igneous, or older metamorphic rock. It will undergo the process. Okay, then it will alter or change the compositions, okay, of the sedimentary or the igneous rock to become a metamorphic rock. Okay. The process is due to the excessive pressure. The excessive pressure means pressure yang berlebihan, and or whether it's together with the temperature or in between excessive pressure or temperature that caused by burials in the earth. Okay, so the process involves pressure and also the heat or temperature. Okay. So the parent rock, the pre-existing rock, okay, will adapt to the new conditions and impose directly transformations on the mineral compositions and also the texture or physical properties. So there are changes in the mineral compositions, the chemical properties, and also in the texture or the physical properties. So at the end, we'll produce new types of rock with new texture and new mineral compositions. Okay, so in detail about the metamorphisms, okay, occur when any previously existing rock is buried. So when call it buried, meaning that it's happened, the metamorphism process occurred deep down the earth, deep down underneath the ground surface, in the earth and the layers of the rocks. So the metamorphisms occurs between about 10 to 50 kilometer of depths. Okay, let's say this is our ground surface, our permukaan. So in between 10 to 50 kilometer, with the temperature range is around 200 to 800. The rock don't melt, meaning that it just above the melting point. Okay, the metamorphism occurs above the melting point. So the deeper the rock is buried, the hotter it gets and the higher the pressure. Okay, semakin ke jauh ke dalam, so the temperature will increase and the pressure will also increase. So the rock will adjust to the new conditions. Okay, whether it is baked, it's like a bake, like dibakar, squeeze due to the pressure, it's baked due to the temperature, or both, to become a metamorphic rock. Okay, and the rock remains solid during metamorphism. There is no melting of the solid daripada pre-existing, whether from the sedimentary or metamorphic. Due to temperature and pressure, they will adjust with the environments of that pressure and temperature. So at the end it will produce the new rocks with the new texture. Okay, sometimes with the new chemical compositions. So what causes metamorphisms? What are the causes that triggered the metamorphisms, or we known as the agents of metamorphisms? So the heat, the temperature, the pressure, the heat, the temperature, the pressure, the compression and shear part of pressure, and also the hot water. So not all agents are required for all types of metamorphisms. They often do co-occur. Sometimes the combinations of heat and pressure will cause the metamorphism. Sometimes there are metamorphisms that only due to the heat. Okay, rocks may be overprinted by multiple events. Okay, so the first one is the heat, meaning it's from the temperature. The metamorphism occurs as the result of heats. Okay, the temperature is ranges between 200 degrees Celsius and 800 degrees Celsius, meaning that the pressure will also increase. The upper time limit is melting. Okay, but then for the metamorphism rock, it's just at the border or at the lines of melting point. Okay, so the heat energy breaks and reform atomic bonds. It just breaks the energy, but it's not make the solid pre-existing rock to melt. So the sources of heat can be from the geothermal gradient. The gradient meaning that if you go deep down, so the temperature will increase. The magmatic intrusions, the heat from the magma. Okay, the heat from the magma, and also from the compression. The compression stress will cause heat to the environment. And another agent of the metamorphism is the pressure. So the pressure will also increase with depths in the crust. Okay. So metamorphism occurs mostly in 2 to 12 kilobar range. Okay. And then temperature and pressure both change with depths. Okay. So mineral stability is highly dependent upon temperature and pressure. So any changes in T and P will lead to change in the mineral compositions. So a part of the pressure, okay, so actually from the stress, and the pressure is from the stress. So the pressure is greater in one orientations, okay, in one orientation, in one directions. Okay, a commonplace results of tectonic forces. Normally a metamorphic rock that due to the pressure is actually at the part or at the area of the tectonic plate movement. So there are two kinds of differential stress. We have the normal and shear stress. Okay, so what is the normal stress? The stress that operate perpendicular to a surface, just like this, perpendicular. This is the surface, so they're perpendicular. So there are tensions and compressions for the normal stress. With the tension you pull apart, and the compression you push together. Okay, this is the normal stress, and this is the shear stress. Okay, operate sideways across a surface. Okay, so it will causes material to smear out. Okay, shearing is sliding each other. Okay, and at higher temperature and pressure, so the differential stress will deform rocks. Okay, for example, this is before the applications of the pressure. Okay, and this is after the applications of the pressure. So the rock change the shape slowly without breaking. And then the deformations acts on mineral with specific shapes. The equine maknanya uniform shapes, and equine they have whether it's elongated or platy. Platy is sheet-like shaped. Elongated is like a memanjang, but in a quite solid one. So the differential stress also will causes minerals to align, and then it will align the fabric of the mineral compositions. Okay, so the alignments we call it as a foliations. Later we will details on the texture of the metamorphic rock. So the last one of the agent is the hot water, the hydrothermal fluids. Okay, the term is the hydrothermal fluids, but then it's actually a hot water, because the hot water will dissolve iron and volatiles. So there are some of the fluids deep down the earth, okay, that will assist or will accelerate the chemical reactions and will also facilitate the metamorphism process. So the hydrothermal alteration is also called as a metasomatisms. So there are all the agents of metamorphism that causes the metamorphisms process happen.